and welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to talk to you about meal planning. Okay, so the first thing that I do is get a blank calendar. So this is from the Carrie L line. This is the printable, I think it's like for a binder, but these are the printable options that you can use. So I just print mine out every month. I also have the weekly. I'll show you in a minute when I turn my camera around, but start with the blank calendar. Start the week before the month is coming up, so you're not starting like the day of the new month, because that's not that's chaos. That's not going to work. And get your recipes or your cookbooks with you. This is what I have mine in. That's for my nephew. This is my new little plant chair. I'm working on some stuff in my office. Okay, so I've got my blank calendar and I'm referencing my monthly spread that I have in my Erin Condren Daily Duo on the monthly layout. That spread matches my Google Calendar, so whatever calendar that you reference, that you use, whether it's a paper planner or your like a whiteboard calendar on your wall or whatever, or in your phone, whatever. But you want to kind of have that by so that you can reference to say, okay, well, what's happening each day, so that you can plan accordingly. And then I'm just adding the dates because it's a blank calendar. You can use like an actual blank dated calendar, obviously, whatever is going to work best for you. Some people just do this on a blank piece of paper and not have it in a calendar layout, but just literally number from 1 to 30 or 1 to 31 and go that way. I could never wrap my head around doing it that way. I have to see an actual calendar and a grid, but you do you. This is to make it easier for you, however you do your own thing. So next thing, I also write down what my template is. And now this is the key to my meal planning system. If you take nothing from this meal planning system video, take away the templates. I'm gathering information of how I want to make a video about this template thing, because it's like blowing my mind, and just this is how I run my life now. But for this video, have a template. So what does that mean? It means make the same kind of food on the same day every week. So as you can see, Monday means chicken, so I'm only going to look for chicken recipes. Tuesday is tacos. We eat tacos all the time. We could probably eat tacos every day. So that means like everything is tacos that day. Not the same recipe, but every Tuesday I already know it's a taco. Wednesday is always breakfast for dinner. If you don't do breakfast for dinner, I recommend it. It's easy. Breakfast food is amazing. There you go. On Thursday nights, right now, it's like ease. So it's crock pot, it's leftovers, it's sandwiches. We have a busy night. So again, referencing our calendar, it makes the most sense to make the easiest meal night without having to try to do takeout on Thursday nights. Friday is always pizza. We watch a movie. Saturday, I let my children choose what they want for dinner. That's also a clutch idea, because then it's less recipe finding or less brain work that you need to do. And then Sunday is kind of like, I don't want to say free for all, but whatever I'm in the mood to make. Sometimes that's more extensive recipes. That's maybe a new recipe. It could be sometimes we're with family. Sometimes that is when we go out, that sort of thing. I also have a template too that I'm starting to implement for like lunches. So in the summertime is when I started to do this last summer, when I was trying to just plan out how I was going to go with my kiddos home, what I could do to make it easier. So we had a lunch template. So because my kids mostly buy their lunch at school this year, my youngest daughter has been wanting to make her lunch now, which is fine. And she kind of makes it herself and I help her. But I know that like on Saturdays, because we've got swim in the morning, we do Lunchables for lunch on Saturday. And then nuggets is always lunch on Sunday. So again, like, all right, freeing up the brain power, that's easy. Same thing for breakfast. I'm laughing because it sounds like so rigid, but this is just a starting point. So you don't feel like if you don't want to have that for dinner, you don't have to have that. It's you. Nobody's watching you. Like, you do whatever you want, but it helps me to even just go into the month, to go into the week with a guide to say, okay, I don't have to think about this. I already planned it out and I already know Monday is going to have waffles. Tuesday is eggs and toast. Wednesday is dairy, so that's like yogurt or cottage cheese, or I make a smoothie for my daughter. Thursday is like a carb. Friday is usually cereal, and then on the weekends it's a little more loose because we're, everybody's home, or if like we've got donuts, or if I want to make something a little more extensive. But same sort of thing. It helps with the groceries because I'm kind of ordering the same thing every week, and it helps with just freeing up the mind space. So next thing I'm going to do is start to fill in specific things based on the May calendar. So we've got some birthday parties, Mother's Day, the days that I'm going to be working late, days that anything else, or like school night things, that's starting to happen now too, like the end of the year things. So just making sure I pay attention to those because we have a wedding too. I don't want to plan something extensive for a night where we need to be somewhere, or a night where everybody's going in different directions, or that sort of thing. So it's really just kind of making your life easier, referencing your main calendar, sticking to a template, and then filling in what you already know as far as, okay, like I'm going to have pizza on Friday nights. So I would write down pizza every night on the Fridays. And I already know like we're going to a wedding, so we're bringing pizza to my in-laws. So that sort of thing, like write down and fill in what you already know, then go from the template, and then whatever else you need to fill in, you can look through your recipes. I really need to go through these recipes. That's on my list of things to do, my never-ending to-do list. But I always have like things that I've got ripped out from magazines, or things that I printed from Pinterest or whatever, or cookbooks. So I always have a never-ending supply of new recipes that I would like to try. So that's what I'm flipping through here. The other thing that you're seeing that I'm going to get to in a minute that I have already started to is the weekly plan. So the first step for the month is to plan out all the meals for the month. And then each week I go through and plan out the meals for the week, referencing that initial monthly calendar. So sometimes it changes and sometimes I stick right to it. That's why I don't solely rely on the monthly calendar, because things do change. Like if you don't get to that meal, then I still have the ingredients, then it's the next week, or you know what I mean? Or maybe it wasn't enough and we had to double up on things, or we get every plate sometimes, and we get Green Chef. So like if I forget to cancel it for the week, then we've got like all this extra food, that kind of thing. That's also a Carrie L printable. That was part of the printable bundle that is available on the website. She does have actual paper printed planners that I do plan on purchasing, but right now they're sold out. I'm not sure when they're coming back, but I've been following, so I'm just trying to wait to see. I wanted to try out the system before I purchase everything, but I think I definitely will get that notebook just to have make it look a little bit prettier. I've got everything kind of just like loosely in this binder, which is still working amazingly, but it's cluttered. And I feel like if I could just keep the recipes in there, but had a dedicated recipe notebook, or not recipe, meal planning notebook / planner, it would be better. Okay, so again, I'm going through, double checking everything, anything that changed. I'm referencing my template, referencing the monthly calendar, and then I can make the grocery list on the side. Once I pick all the recipes, I just kind of stack them behind and make sure that I've got everything listed in the recipe, or listed in the grocery section. I do purchase my groceries online through Walmart. I always order them for like Saturday pickup, and I plan out depending, like Saturday to Saturday. Sometimes it's more. It sort of just depends on the week that it goes. I do have a link I'll put into the description box, but I did make a breakfast template printable. If you wanted to download that, if you click on the link, it's through Canva. You need to sign up. You can get a free account at Canva. I love Canva. That's what I use to make all my graphics and a lot of the stuff that I use as printables for my home, like for my kiddos and our schedule and stuff like that. So you can print that out and then write it in yourself, or I don't know if you can edit it. I don't think you can, but you can definitely print it out and then just write in what you need to for the week. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm curious about how you meal plan, if you have a different system, if you do the same sort of things that I do. Yeah. All right, friends, thanks so much. See you in the next one. Bye.